What's good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, going to be talking about a 3-clone Yeti Root Rider Super Barbarian Valkyrie Smash attack that I used in Legends League up in the 5700 trophy range, and we went plus 296 with this attack with 6 triples. We're going to have the army link in the description down below, and this attack is very strong and it can get you triples on very different varieties of bases. Let's get right into the action. All right, before we get into the triples, just wanted to show you guys the battle log real quick on the 6 triples that we had, and scroll down, show you guys the army we were using with these triples. And yeah, like I said, we got 6 out of 8 triples with this army. Definitely could be strong and can pick up 3 stars for you on a lot of different bases. All right, on this first attack, we're going to show we have this box style base. So one thing I will say is I like to use these Super Barbarians to create a nice quick funnel for my troops. And we're going to drop the Root Riders with all the heroes right down in the middle and just get them to push into the base as fast as possible. With us not using overgrowth or any free spells, we really want to get these troops into the base as quickly as possible. I like both rage spells because I like having one for the main army, and on some attacks I am using one clone spell with the main army to clone a couple Root Riders, and then I'm using 2 clone spells with the blimp to clone either the balloons or the Yetis to take out this town hall. Now, I believe I might have almost swagged some of these, one of the clones. No, I didn't. So we had 2 Root Riders actually pick up that other clone spell because I was not quick enough getting that clone spell down. Well, actually, I was quick enough. The invisibility spell tower is what stopped that. And you can see we didn't take out the town hall right away on this one. And sometimes, you know, when you have those invisibility spell towers, it's going to happen because I'm not using free spells on this. That's just preference. I could probably get rid of a clone and possibly put in 2 free spells, and maybe like a skeleton spell or even 3 free spells, but it's not the end of the world. We end up picking up just as much value across the entire base. Now, I will say on this one, because we're not using overgrowth or free spells or skeleton spells at all, a lot of your troops are going to get destroyed throughout this army, throughout the attack. You know, that's why I still use the healing tome on the Grand Warden, just to show you guys a couple of the hero equipment. And we're using Invisibility Frozen Arrow, we're using King's Gauntlet and the Rage Vial, Eternal Tome, Healing Tome, and the Haste Vial and Royal Gem. But I really like the Healing Tome on this army. I think it's extremely essential, obviously, because we're not using freeze and we're not using skeleton spells. Alright, on this second Legends League base, we have another one of these box style bases. This is a very common base. This one actually has 2 rage spell towers, which I feel like we're seeing a little bit more often, and that's why I wanted to use this attack. We're not really seeing the invisibility spell towers as much as we used to, unless you have those centralized town hall bases. So we're going to get a quick funnel with the Super Barbarians on both sides, drop the main army and all the heroes right down the middle, and get that blimp going with that Eternal Tome, Healing Tome. And then we're going to see a couple clones come down with a rage spell. And we're going to use a clone with the main army and rage spell as well with the main army. Town Hall is going to go down very easy on this one because we do not have to worry about the invisibility spell tower. And then our main army is going to stay healthy, push through. That Healing Tome lasts so long. I think it's like, it's over 20 seconds. I know that for sure, where you're gaining back health, and it's quite a bit. I think I have it pretty close to maxed out now. I think it's 16, but we should get enough ores at the end of this event to where we can max that out. And I'm actually glad we had this event because it allowed me to max out quite a bit. As far as, like, I got my Haste Vial maxed out. I know I got Eternal Tome maxed out. And I got the Rage Vial maxed out for the King too. So I was able to pick up quite a bit of ores to max out some of these things. Obviously, we got the Rocket Spear coming with the Royal Champion, which is super exciting. I tell you what, I really like the Royal Gem and Haste Vial combination. The Royal Gem really gives some healing, so I'd be curious to see all the effects with the Rocket Spear to see how much it's really worth it, and how strong like the Rocket Spear and the Haste Vial are combined. But this one obviously had a lot of Root Riders left over. This one was a little bit more overwhelming because we didn't have to deal with the invisibility spell towers. All right, on this third attack, we have one of these centralized Town Hall bases, double invisibility spell tower, and you're gonna see we're gonna get the Super Barbarians down really quickly, both sides, and get the funnel going for this main army so we can push into this base. This is one that I've seen a couple times in Legends League now. This isn't the prettiest triple in the world, but we are able to pick up the 3-star. I do elect to use all 3 clones down here, and you're gonna see once that first invisibility spell tower goes off, the troops are gonna go back and destroy some of those other buildings as well, which is gonna be super convenient, and we get rid of the rest of the enemy CC. And now we're just gonna push on this outer rim. Both spell towers are gone, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And I saved the RC on this one on purpose, obviously, because I knew I was going to have to take out that Town Hall because of the invisibility spell towers. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off that King's Gauntlet as well. Let the King go through that Town Hall. The RC obviously was just the ace in the pocket. You just never know. The weird one about this base is you're going to lose a lot of troops very early, and that's just kind of how it is. That's one of the reasons why I held on to the RC as well, because I literally attacked this base 2 times in a row. I failed the first time, so I tried to learn from my mistake. Save the RC, obviously, and that really helped in this area. I obviously had a Rage, obviously still had the Rage spell as well. I didn't use with the main army. I elected to save it. RC was able to go through the enemy RC, take out that ricochet cannon very quickly, and just pick up some massive value going around. And at this point, not gonna sit here the entire minute, obviously, because it's gonna take some time to get around the base. But we got the Queen and the Barbarian King working through, and they're just gonna finish off this base with about 5 or 6 seconds to spare. But you know, this is what's gonna happen sometimes in armies like this. You're gonna have the Queen finishing off the bases and the King helping as well. And you know, at the end of the day, a triple is a triple. These bases are very hard to hit. It's not easy. You're not always gonna triple them, but you can pick up triples. You just got to be smart with spell placement, and then obviously keep that RC as long as you can. Make sure you secure at least the 2-star, because you can pick up high percentage 2-stars, but the 3-star is still possible. All right, on this next attack, the 4th triple with this army, we have one of these box style bases, kind of more of a centralized town hall, and we have an invisibility spell tower on this one as well. I actually saw quite a bit of that, and I haven't seen that too much in Legends League lately, so it kind of surprised me a little bit. But we got the Super Barbarians on both sides, gonna pick up that quick funnel. Very essential. Obviously, get these troops into the base as quickly as possible. You're gonna see I did a little bit of a delayed blimp because I wanted my troops to get a little bit deeper into the town hall or into the base. Obviously, you're gonna see my blimp's gonna freeze by these ice golems, unfortunately, and it's gonna keep getting hit with the air sweeper, which it just happens. So the Eternal Tome, Healing Tome, obviously is gonna pick up some massive value, and we do not get the clone properly on some of the troops we wanted to, but we cloned a bunch of Valkyries, and you see they just took out that monolith and town hall in a heartbeat, snap of a finger, and that's going to end up helping us anyway. So honestly, if you clone the Yetis, if you clone the balloons, if you clone the Valkyries, really as long as you get the value around the town hall, that's what we're really looking for. You're going to see still had the King, Queen, and RC ability. King ability is going to go off. And like I said in the first attack, your army is not always going to live to the end with this attack. Your Healing Tome is really going to help you push through the heavy hitting defenses, but your heroes are more than likely going to have to clean up some of the base, and that's just reality because you're not using overgrowth, you're not using free spells, but this is definitely an option as an army. I enjoyed using it. I obviously got 6 triples and decently high Legends League. I wouldn't say it's very high Legends League, but decently high Legends League. So it's definitely possible to get 3 stars, especially on fairly maxed out Town Hall 16s. But you see some of these attacks are going to end with just my queen finishing off these attacks. But that's how some spam armies were in the past too, especially Town Hall 14, where we were using Hydra and your king and queen, or you did your main army attack, deployed your king, queen, and RC at the end, and just basically did a little mini Sui to clean up. Alright, on this 5th base, we have a box style base, but the Town Hall compartment is on the outside of the base on this one. And we also have another invisibility spell tower. Got both ricochet cannons out there as well. So a lot of different bases we're seeing being built because a lot of people have to change bases very often in Legends League to try to stay, try to get somewhat decent defenses on Legends League, because it's so hard to defend every single day in Legends League, especially with how strong offenses are right now in the game. Hopefully with this next update that's coming up, it gets a little bit better for defense and maybe balances it out just a little bit. But you know, I don't know if it's gonna quite happen. You see we got the clones down with the rage spell, take out the Town Hall with the Yeti Mites, and then the other clones were used on the Root Riders, just picking up some extra tank for our heroes, because obviously the longer we're able to keep these hero abilities, the better. You see king ability pops off, ends up one-shotting the queen there, which is kind of crazy. Gonna walk back out, which is nice, get out of that single target inferno, and we're able to save the queen ability for later. Haste Vial is gonna go off with the royal gem on that royal champion, and that's gonna pick up some nice quick value. I love the haste vial so much. Having that maxed out has been incredible. I had an insane war attack the other day, and the haste vial helped me pick up so much value. It was just absolutely crazy. I think it's like 12 total seconds with a maxed out one, but it feels like so much longer because it's crazy. I mean, it's a literally hyper speed, so it makes it feel so much longer, but the RC can pick up so much value so quickly. The only time I have it not pick up very good value is if there is a ricochet cannon near, and the ricochet cannon can ruin the entire... Why is the king is beating on a wall when the wall was open? Anyways, we're gonna have basically swag that queen ability at the end there and pick up another triple. All right, on this last base, we have this exact same base. I think I actually attacked this base 3 times the other day in Legends League, which was kind of crazy. I was like, oh, a new base, and then I attacked it again after I failed it. I failed it the first time, learned from my mistakes, attacked it again, and then my last hit of the day in that same Legends League day, we found the base again, which was kind of crazy. But this one I decided to actually use the RC with the main army. So you saw the RC there, and we're going to use some clones on top of these defenses over here and pick up some great value. Used another set of clones over near the monolith, and then the Yetis in the middle with the Yeti Mites are going to get very close to taking out the Town Hall. Not quite taking out the Town Hall, but Queen's going to finish it off at a couple frozen arrow shots, and then we are going to keep pushing through the middle of the base, pop that king ability, and we actually had quite a bit of troops live through the initial attack on this one, which was extremely nice because the first triple we got on this base, we lost pretty much all of our Root Riders immediately. The only downfall here is we lost our Royal Champion to the Barbarian King, and we lost our Archer Queen to the Town Hall Poison. So, I mean, it's so inconsistent what's gonna live and what's not gonna live. It's crazy. You could do the exact same attack on the exact same base 5 times in a row, and you're gonna get a different result pretty much every single time, because you just never know what the AI is gonna do with these troops and what they're gonna attack first and what they're not gonna attack first. So you see we take out the rest of the defenses here, got just that wizard tower left. We're gonna finish that off, and then it is just clean up from there for the triple. So this time, a little bit different. Queen and RC go down. but the Warden and an entire group of Root Riders live, and we're able to push through for the triple still, even though a complete different set of troops lived through that attack. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. I appreciate you guys stopping in on an everyday basis and supporting the channel. Let me know if you guys like this attack. I definitely used it for one day, and I will probably use it again. I think it could be very valuable in war. Now that I know that I could triple with it, it was just kind of something I was like, oh, I kind of want to use 3 clones and see what I could do with these Root Riders, Super Barbs, and possibly some clones with Yetis and rocket balloons and a regular balloon. So I definitely liked it. I was able to pick up 6 triples in Legends League on a single day, up in that 5,700 trophy range. So definitely super happy with that. The link to the army will be in the description down below. We'll catch you next time.